cats, $7. 10 dogs, $200. The annual income of the whole combined family was $500. And the seals, berries, ducks, salmon, and other fish we had stored for our food were valued at $375. Our net worth came to a grand total of $1,347. Even so, in spite of the paucity of material goods, we lived a life of excitement. We were always on the move, interacting with one another and with other families. We were an integral part of the land, traveling in harmony with the seasons and the migration of nature's gifts. We placed ourselves in the vicinity of the creatures that allowed us to thrive. We had to work for it, and that was the challenge. Quite often nature turned against us, and the struggle then began in earnest, until the season changed or the caribou, fish, or seals returned. Cool, huh?
Great.
But I forgot about it. So you are my audience.
We're delighted.
Ever since we first got tobacco from the Russians, along with coffee, tea, pots and pans, and matches, knives and telescopes, we have been changing. We changed when the whalers brought alcohol and guns. We changed when the epidemics of flu and diphtheria and tuberculosis swept our villages. We changed with the gold rush. I guess I almost read that. I just did it verbatim, right? I mean, we changed when the missionaries and government combined to control our families, our culture, and our very spirit. We changed with the arrival of airplanes, motors, telephones, and television. We changed with the arrival of statehood. We changed with the divvying up of our natural world between federal, state, and native land holdings, and the arrival of corporations. In my earlier life, I probably thought that I was the only one suffering all this confusion of identity and place. I had been set adrift from the old life and had to swim upstream in strange waters. Over many years, I began to understand that I was not at all alone. I saw how, as members of minorities in Alaska and in America, we didn't make the rules, but we were expected to live by the rules. Our situation was universal. Conquering forces arrived on foreign shores and took it for granted that they had the right to control the spaces once occupied by a multitude of indigenous people. It's not unlike invasive species of all kinds, and like all living things once invaded. The cultures being displaced have to modify their own lives and ways in order to survive. That's right.
Just how we all have to learn that now in our economic situation.
It's clear to me that our old world was harsh but wonderful, and that today that awesome, pristine world still exists, as do the excellent qualities of our people. Few places in America are like Alaska, where sparkling rivers and streams will never be dammed, and sprawling valleys will never see a superhighway or a McDonald's sign.
Very good.